Hi everyone, it's your girl Alice Face here with another video today. As you can see in the title down below, today's video is, I don't know if I would say it's a part 2 because this isn't necessarily a series, but it is a video on my second video call with Xiaojun from WayV. And this is like, this happened months ago. This happened in 2020, but we're making a video about it in 2021, okay? You can kind of see the sign page back here. I have the other one off camera. It's like on this side over here. But yeah, so I did end up talking to Xiaojun a second time. So, but yeah, the reason I guess I'm making this video is because I noticed a lot of views have been increasing on my first video of my first video call with Xiaojun. So I thought I'd make a second one in case you guys wanted more details, or if you wanted to just see like the video call clip. I'll insert it at the end of the video. So, and I'll probably leave like a timestamp either in the comments down below or somewhere here on the screen. I don't know, we'll figure it out once we're editing, but you'll see it once it is up. Yeah, I guess, where do I start? I did end up applying a second time and I got into his video call. For this second one, I actually had been considering also applying for Yang or Henry, since you were technically allowed to do more than one member, applied to do more than one member, but I ended up not doing that because I just really wanted to talk to Xiaojun. So like, I don't know, like after you do that first video call, and let me know in the comments down below if you've done a video call before, but once you've done one, it's kind of like, oh, I want to do it again. You kind of get like that little tickle of like, oh my god, there's another event, let me enter. That's kind of how I felt. I was like, you know what, trying one more time is not gonna hurt. But then also at the time that I applied for this, I was in a bad state of mind. Like my mental health was really bad at the time, and I was going through some stuff in my personal life. So little old me was like, okay, you know what, let's be irresponsible with my money. And so I entered the event through Yes24. The first one that I did it with Music Plant, which I don't remember if I mentioned it in my first video, but in case you were wondering who the event promoter was, it was Music Plant. And this second one was with Yes24. So I was like, you know what, let's be irresponsible with my adult money, which I shouldn't have been because I lost one of my jobs. So I'm like, you know, we're struggling out here, but we're getting by. So yeah, so I didn't need to spend that money, but I did, because like part of me was like, you know what, I'm gonna get a mad serotonin boost up in here if I get in. So I was like, you know what, we're just gonna do it. So I did. And for the first event, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it, but I got a question about this, so maybe I didn't mention it in my video. I did buy 14 albums. For this one, I ended up buying 36 albums, which was a lot more than the first one. So you can see how desperate I was. I was like, you know what, I need to buy as many as I can to get the best opportunity at getting into the video call, which at the time Xiaojun was one of the bottom members of WayV, which after NCT 2020 Resonance and all that stuff, his popularity has gone up. So I'm sure the amount of albums needed to get into his call are a lot higher now. But at the time, his were lower, on the lower end of the spectrum for at least WayV. And so I don't think I needed to have bought that many albums, but I did, because I was like, you know what, I just need to make sure that I get confirmed in. So I bought 36 albums, and I did get in. So obviously, because I'm making a video about this, so I did get in, and I was really excited, and like I was just counting down the days, and the video call was at like 3 a.m. again, like the first time. Actually, I think this one was a little earlier than the first video call that I did. I think the first video call that I did was like 3 or 4 a.m. almost when I got the call, and then for this one I think it was like around 2. So I think it was a little earlier, but it was still like kind of an inconvenient hour. I was actually physically ill on the day that this event happened, so like I wasn't feeling that well. I was excited, I was nervous, and I didn't really prepare anything to say because I just wanted it to be like a nice, smooth, like friendly conversation. So maybe I should have prepared a little better, but you know, it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, so when I do insert the video clip of me talking to him, you probably won't get any of my voice in there. And I don't know if I'm gonna mute him or not, because I kind of talked over him a couple times, which you gotta love video calls for that, right? If you guys are doing classes via Zoom, you understand like the whole like you don't know who's gonna talk next, so you kind of like talk over each other. Anyways, so it was kind of like that. So I don't know how I'm gonna edit that part of the video on here, but yeah, like I just sounded really nervous and I sounded like overwhelmed, and so I don't even watch my own video with my own audio. I just either on silent, and then I also created a version that has like music in the background, so I'll either watch either way like that, but I never watch my own video with my voice, because it's a big no. It's a big no for me. But yeah, but it was a lovely conversation. You know, Xiaojun, like as you can see a lot in like the lives and the vlogs and all the content that they create with like the members, especially after Resonance Part 1 and Part 2. I feel like a lot of fans who weren't his fan before kind of got to see how sweet and like really like chill and calm and very nice, kind of very friendly personality he has. Like he can be shy and he can be very extroverted and like kind of funky and like weird sometimes, but you know, generally speaking, his personality is very nice and very gentle. That's one thing that I really like about Xiaojun. And like, so in my call, like when we first got into the call, he's like, "Oh, you're so quiet," and like I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's because I'm nervous," and I was like freaking out, and I was like, "Ah," and so he's like, "Oh, don't worry, take your time, and so like after that I was able to kind of like calm down a little bit, and we were able to have a conversation. And so yeah, so our call technically was only supposed to be 2 minutes long. Our call ended up being like a little over 3 minutes long. And so I don't know, I think the staff, because they're all there, you know, as embarrassing as it is, they're all there listening and shit. And so like even though the timer went off, they just let me talk. So because they probably were like, damn, this girl don't have no chill, she needs like help, we're just gonna let her have her moment. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say about that. If you guys do have more questions that I didn't answer, which I feel like I answered most of it in the first video that I made about my video call with Xiaojun, just leave it in the comments down below. Like I feel like I covered everything, but maybe I didn't, I don't know. Yeah, so just let me know in the comments. What kind of accent is that? Just let me know in the comments down below if you have questions, and I'll be happy to answer them. I've got a lot of comments and questions on my other video recently, so I've been answering those. And yeah, so just let me know if you have anything that you're like confused about or something, because I feel like we're still in the pandemic mode, so for a while, at least a little while longer, we're still probably going to be doing like video call events, which hopefully not anytime soon, because my financials are not looking that great right now. So yeah, unless I find a different job, in which case I will be thankful and I will be grateful, because I wouldn't mind getting into more video calls, because like, you know, we all need that little bit of serotonin boost, you know. So before I get onto the clip with me and Xiaojun, I do want to say, as you can see in the corner here, this guy's been here the whole time. I do have Resonance Part 1 and Part 2 and WayV albums on my eBay page, and even on my Instagram account, my photo card trading selling Instagram account, which is linked down below in the description box. So if you guys are interested in buying any of my extra copies, please do so, because I have no room in my house for these anymore. So so to answer your question, I did try it for the fan calls for Part 1 and Part 2, but I didn't buy a lot of albums. I just bought more than I should have, but not enough to get into the event. I was just kind of like, let me just gamble it a little bit, so I ended up with a whole bunch of extra albums. So yeah, albums don't come with photo cards, but they do come with posters, and pretty much the price just covers like shipping and shipping supplies. So although on eBay I do have prices a little higher just because eBay takes like fees and all that stuff, and like they do taxes because I live in California, and so all that stuff. So I do end up hiking up the price a little bit. So if you want to hit me up on Instagram, my pricing for my extra albums are cheaper there. My WayV extra albums, $5 literally just for shipping and shipping materials. So like let me know if you guys are interested by heading to my DMs, or yeah. But yeah, so without further ado, because it's got really long without me intending it to be long, let's get on to the video call, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Okay. How are you? I'm glad to see you. It's a normal day. Just yeah, only pen sign. Did you prepare something? You want to copy? That's a little bit hard. Yeah, go try it. Go try it. It is a 10 style. 10 style is a little bit hard. How about this picture? I'm signing you. Okay. 2. Quiet. It's okay. Oh my god, we are running out of time. You gotta say something. Or you will regret it. Yeah, it's so tired though. Yesterday I practiced my muscles a lot and I'm so hard with them, so hard. Yeah, got you. And maybe see you next time. You gotta say goodbye, sorry.
Have a good day.
Take care of yourself, okay? Yeah. Bye, I love you.
Love you.